misunderstand me and think that I'm saying you should have nothing but a New Testament. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you should quit trying to live under the law. Quit trying to live under the law. It's finished. It's been accomplished for you. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's that you should throw it away. I'm saying quit being led under the belief that it's necessary for you to do these things to work your way through, and it's the only way you can acquire righteousness. Excuse me. That's where a lot of people who get tied up in the wrong religions end up in bondage. That's what the whole book of Galatians is about. Paul started some churches and got people introduced to Jesus on a real basic level where they could comprehend and understand, oh, Jesus, it's finished. He did it for me. He fulfilled the law. He did everything I couldn't do. And he was the perfect lamb to be sacrificed. He did it all for me. So my whole relationship with God, my whole level of acceptance, my whole righteousness with God is based on what Jesus did. And then some Judaizers came in and said, yeah, well, now let me tell you what else you got to do. We started adding the law to the simple gospel. Still happening today. Still happening. It's never stopped happening. That there are people who will introduce you to Jesus on having faith in the grace that was provided. People get saved. And then the majority of them will go to a church who will start trying to add to that some law. I'm not saying the law is a bad thing. Does anybody understand? Give me at least do this. Thank you. It's not something that you should throw away. You got to comprehend this. You got to grasp this. You got to get your arms around this. It's fulfilled. God is not basing his acceptance of you on whether or not you can keep the law. If you're under the impression that God determines whether or not he will accept you or bring you into heaven or qualify you as being righteous based on you keeping the law, honey, you're in the wrong church.
Amen.
Okay. Thank you. If you're still going somewhere that says, yes, we want to introduce you to Jesus, and now we want to give you the list of do's and don'ts, I'll do another one. Are you saying that the do's and don'ts are bad? No. Open up your mind a little bit broader. I'm saying they don't, yes, they're right and wrong. Yes, there's things you should do and shouldn't do. Yes, amen. But don't ever think that that's what makes you acceptable to God.
Amen.
Thank you. Right? At least one person is getting this. Okay. And that's why I go back to where I started this, that you wouldn't want to live under a government that gives you a list of do's and don'ts and rules and regulations or laws, and then the highest person in that government doesn't even live according to that standard. Okay? Let me get that a little more. You don't have to turn back there. The big 10 Commandments. I mean, they are all over the walls of courtrooms, everything. They're all over buildings. Bless their heart. I saw it in somebody's front yard. Instead of having a little statue or a little, whatever you want to call them, a little thing of an empty tomb, which would be awesome. Or even a crucifix, a big crucifix in your yard. That would be cool. But these people, I don't know what they have in their yard. They have a little ceramic statue of Moses holding the 10 Commandments. Bless their heart. I hope they're not under the impression that that's what you got to do in order to get a stamp ticket to heaven. That's what you got to do to get God's approval. Because really what you're saying is, that wasn't enough. Yeah, cross, that's fine, but that wasn't enough. Believe in Jesus on the cross, that's cool, now do that. I feel sorry for people who are caught up in that. Because here's what they don't understand is, you see that thing? Jesus is the one who did it because you can't. He fulfilled it for you. Wow, man, I hope somebody's getting it.